In this video, we will talk about completing the square, but this time involving fractions. And here's what I mean by involving fractions. You know that to complete the square, step 1 is to take the b term and divide it by 2. Well, negative 3 divided by 2 does not divide evenly. It gives you negative 1.5. So we will just leave that as a fraction, negative 3 over 2. So now we have fractions. Step 2, take the result of this and square it. So negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9, and 2 times 2 is 4. And so this goes into the blank, positive 9 over 4. And now to factor this, we have x minus 3 over 2 squared. Now in this example, our middle term is positive 15. Let's go ahead and divide that by 2. So we have 15 over 2. And then we will multiply it by itself. So 15 squared on the top gives us 225. On the bottom, 2 squared, 2 times 2 is 4. And so this big fraction is what goes in the blank, 225 divided by 4. Now, when factoring this, we get a plus 15 over 2 squared as our answer. And for this example, it's a little bit tricky. Our b value is a fraction already. So here's a trick you can use when dividing fractions. When dividing a fraction by 2, it's the same thing as multiplying the denominator by 2. So 1 over 5 divided by 2 is 1 over 10. Now step 2, we take this and multiply it by itself. So for the numerator, we get 1 times 1 is 1, and for the denominator we have 10 times 10, which is 100. And this goes into the blank, 1 over 100. And after factoring, our factors are x plus 1 over 10 squared.